Morning guys, Tush coming at you. Sunday morning. Got in the garage. Beautiful day today again. About 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 or 23 degrees Celsius. 10:30ish. So we're back on sanding detail this morning. So we're going to start on these saddle pieces. I've got it sprayed down with some guide coat. So we're going to block that out with 220. And I've got the rear saddle done as well, so I figured that'd be a good place to start. I'm actually a little bit sore this morning, if you can believe that, from all the sanding yesterday. So anyway, we'll try to take it a little easy today. Anyway, we'll start on these saddle pieces. That's the easiest part, and then we'll move up to the firewall and see if we can get this looking a little bit better. That's it for now. We'll take some video along the way, guys. Talk to you later. Hi guys, just a quick update coming up to 12:15, and I've got both saddles now sanded out. The rear sanded out pretty well, actually. I don't really see any low spots that need attention, so I'm happy with that. Just got to do a bit more cleanup along that top flange piece. And then the front saddle piece, it's sanded out not too bad. There's a few little low spots here and there. This is actually for an aero screen. There's a lot of little fasting points on this with a lot of little stress areas. So this is where the aero screen fits. If you want to take the windscreen off and just run with aero screens. This one only has a locations for one aero screen. A little low spot here. A little low spot here, and a corresponding low spot over there. So I think what I'll do is I'll break out the filler, and we'll do a little filler work just to take a bit of break from sanding, and we'll get that done, and that'll be done for that, and then we'll move on to the next area. Alright guys, okay guys, it's about 2:30 and just back from my lunch break, and so that's pretty much ready to go. I did a little bit of filler work on it, as you can see, so that's ready to go to the next step, which will be the urethane primer, and then we'll reblock that out again. So I'm going to switch gears here a little bit just to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to go back to some of the earlier spraying of epoxy. You can actually see, I don't know if you can see on here, the actual texture of this. Anyway, I'm going to sand this back down. When I sprayed this out initially, this was the first panel I sprayed, and it's kind of got quite a grainy texture on it, so we're going to sand this down, and we're going to get this ready for some urethane primer. I've already blocked out the underside, and that's looking good. We're going to just give it a quick sand again anyway before we go to the urethane primer, but I think what we'll try to do is we'll get this sanded down, and we'll get the inside of the hood sanded down, and then we'll maybe spray a little bit of urethane primer today, just to get this out of the way and to do something a little bit different. Alright, we'll come back in a little while. Okay guys, the trunk lid's been done. That was a pretty easy process, and now we're going to move on to the interior of the hood, the bonnet. And you can see it's the same sort of, figures that stupid compressor would come on. Anyway, it's still got that sort of bumpiness to it, so we're going to sand that down with 220 grit on the DA, and then we'll wipe it down and get ready for primer. Okay guys, the trunk lid's done, the boot lid is done, so we're going to start working on the interior of the bonnet, for the hood, and we're going to sand this down. We're going to get the DA out and do as much as we can with 220 grit on the DA, and then we'll finish it up by hand and get it ready for some urethane primer. Alright guys. Happy Monday guys, Tosh coming at you. It's about 8 o'clock on Monday night. It's just about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 degrees Celsius in the garage. Pretty high humidity tonight, about 75% humidity, but I've got to get these panels sprayed. I was trying to get these done yesterday, but I only managed to get the bottom side done before it started to rain outside, and there was a mad scramble for me to bring the car in and bring the frame in from outside. So we're back on it tonight. I've just given these another quick sand down, the scuff up basically, and wipe them down again with grease and wax remover. Just waiting for that to, I've wiped it down, but I want to let it flash off for a bit more. I'm going to spray some air over it as well. And then we're going to mix up some primer, and we're going to go ahead and shoot these two panels just to get them out of the way. So hopefully the humidity won't be a factor tonight, but anyway, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I don't have as much time as I'd like to be able to get this car done, and I'm running out of time, so gonna have to take a few risks along the way, I guess. Anyway, that's it for now. I will give you a shot when these are in primer.